Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump offered voters sharply different closing messages. Harris kept the focus on Trump, questioning his fitness for office, while in a major speech to the voters of Pennsylvania, Donald Trump went off on a 12-minute tangent about former pro golfer Arnold Palmer, which included this bizarre anecdote about the athlete's penis.
But Arnold Palmer was all man, and I say that in all due respect to women, and I love women. But this is a guy that was all man. When he took showers with the other pros, they came out of there, they said, oh my God, that's unbelievable.
Unbelievable indeed. Trump called for the military to handle his domestic political opponents, said that infamous Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein got, quote, called Kamala Harris a, quote, vice president, canceled scheduled interviews, continued to push lies about the 2020 election, including the notion that January 6th was a government-staged riot, also called January 6th, quote, a day of love, compared the January 6th defendants to Japanese Americans in internment camps during World War II, and at one rally decided to, instead of speak, dance and sway on stage for 39 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks, Jay Tepper, for doing the heavy lifting for me. Summing up.
Didn't think you'd be talking about Arnold
tired.
Palmer's
junk. Oh, by the way, is there enough booze to get through this election cycle?
No.
Who would like a Schlong Island iced tea?
That's funny.
That was good.
Here's
That was
here's
good.
a fun
I
fact.
will give you that.
Thank you,
That
thank
was-
you. Zach
okay.
said it isn't just the size that was wild, but one of his balls was full of lemonade, the other iced tea. Isn't that funny? Not many people know that about Arnold Palmer's balls.
Wow, that's
Iced tea, lemonade. You squeeze one.
You get the thing. She's having too much fun now.
I'm
didn't think you'd be
exhausted.
talking about Arnold Palmer's junk this
I
today,
did not.
did you?
I did. You were just texting with a friend who has a real job, and you're like, "Well, I'm about ready to crack open the mic and talk
Yeah.
about Arnold Palmer's
Yeah. He's about ready to
That's my
retile
job.
and stucko a pool and
real work,
Yeah,
honest work."
Exactly.
Yeah. And then we do
This.
whatever.
Yeah.
This is.
Don't know.
Jody's like, do I bleep schlong? And we're like, no, you don't have to bleep.
You can keep
have
that.
to bleep.
We had discussions.
Vice President.
We did.
We had discussions before the show.
What do I bleep?
You have to bleep both words on Julia Lee Dreyfus saying, "I want the government out of my
Right.
rote words."
Well, you can keep
Sounds like catch,
keep certain
but a
sounds
funny
in.
word, right?
We kept a sound.
Yeah.
Have to bleep both and. Because, by the way, on a serious note, a lot of people are saying, those of us that have had parents that had dementia, Alzheimer's, disinhibition is one of the, meaning, because clearly, whatever that was this weekend, it's worse than whatever last, including the fake McDonald's.
That was
The
hilarious.
fake at the closed McDonald's. It's everything about him is fake.
They closed that restaurant for him to do
It
that.
was closed,
And,
of course.
every customer was vetted by the campaign and
It was
Secret
closed.
Service.
It was they
And
rehearsed.
They only asked approved questions of him.
Yes, even Drudge Report has McDonald, one fry short of a Happy Meal. Felon finds work. This is the conservative
Drudge
Report.
Yep.
He is just a complete clown. By the way, could any one of us prove where we worked in college? None of those people are even there anymore.
Blakey
What-
Jake's in Tempe, Arizona
It's
doesn't
closed.
exist
Exactly.
anymore.
Yeah, half the places don't exist, and
Snow Oasis on Rural Road in
Right.
Tempe doesn't exist anymore. And I was manager for 4 years at that place.
I mean, seriously, I don't even know I'm trying to even think. Oh, I was at a camp counselor at a camp for overprivileged kids in Topanga Canyon.
Does that exist anymore?
I don't know. I don't think that yogurt delight exists anymore.
Were you my counselor?
Oh.
Probably. There was a camp for overprivileged kids. You were at it.
But she's younger than you, so probably not.
Probably not. I would have been your counselor.
Right. Anyway, happy 60th birthday, Kamala Harris.
Yes.
I got to celebrate
I saw your
my
photos.
phone banking and postcarding at our fantastic, sexy liberal partners, Grassroots Democrats HQ.
That's right.
With Christine Pelosi. It was a good time was had by all. Can I just say one thing, though? I'm used to hanging up on people. I'm not used to having them hang up on me. So I'm not sure I have the best phone manner because I'm not sure, is this a good response to a Trumper? Well, really? You selfish, racist piece of crap. You're just as bad as he is.
You telemarketed before?
I didn't say that. I sold pens. That was another college job I can't prove I had. I sold personalized pens on the phone.
Yes. I was a
By the way,
telemarketer
the
for
New
a
York
year.
Times interviewed a friend of hers who
She's like, yeah, she
corroborated.
was there.
That's the only way you could corroborate a job you had in college.
Right.
Oh my God. But the fact that that's next level, that she got him to look like an idiot instead of campaigning in a swing state. He looks like an idiot at a closed McDonald's.
Learning how to
That's
do
how
a
in
fry.
his head he is.
He walked out of there smelling like fry grease.
And he loved it.
Yeah.
He licked his own skin at that point.
Mr. Newberger said, hilarious that Donald Trump remembers Arnold Palmer's big, and Arnold Palmer's daughter says Palmer remembered Donald for being a big. That's funny.
It's true.
He hated him. Palmer couldn't stand Donald Trump.
Donald
His
even
daughter.
said he was a better golfer at one point than Arnold Palmer. It's like, no. No.
You know what? Here's the sense of possibility, Chris.
Oh.
I never think that I can wake up hating Donald Trump more than I did on Friday.
And then,
Right? And here
then
we
you
are.
wake
And
up.
yet here we are. Calling her vice president, and he's just such a piece of. Okay, so anyway, my phone banking.
Oh, yeah. I want to hear more
Kind
about
of terrifying.
this.
Chris, I don't know what to. I know I don't mention polls unless they're good.
Right.
And then I don't know what to believe anymore. Obviously, swing states polls out today are showing a dead heat, but there's obviously a lot of people that know better than I am, that I do, that they're flooding the zone with a lot of right-wing polls, which kind of makes sense because they're saying it's the same pollsters that tried to say there was a big red wave coming. So I go back and forth between being completely terrified and, feeling like, yeah, they're flooding the zone for exactly this reason. Did you see Mark Elias's tweet about how many lawsuits Republicans have filed in all these states?
Yeah.
Obviously, their plan is to create the narrative that Trump
Absolutely.
is winning, that Trump has won. There's chaos, there's confusion. They're already saying there's been fraud.
But we've known this for
I
a
know.
long time.
I know.
We knew this was going to happen. So if we aren't prepared for all of this,
Yeah.
shame on us.
So we recall my call sheet was Pennsylvania.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've never done it before. It was
Just
Did you had a
concerning on
script in
occasion.
front of
first
you,
of all, I
didn't
was
you?
mostly there for a photo op. Other people did the real work.
Right.
So I was trying to encourage other people to do it. I did do. First of all, I have terrible handwriting, so my postcarding was, let me just say I'm not good at anything.
You know who has really good handwriting is Jerry Jewell.
Oh, fantastic. Well, she should go postcard.
Right.
But anyway, so I did phone people, for
You
a
had a
while.
script, didn't you?
Yes,
they give
but
you one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
first guy is named Jesus, and he said he's voting for Trump.
Okay.
I know they told us not to engage with Trumpers, just move on.
Oh, boy.
I was like,
Oh, no.
You engaged.
You did.
Oh,
no,
God.
Stephanie.
I just said, just because he said, oh, yeah, I'm voting for Trump. And I was like, do you know do you know anything about Kamala Harris? He goes, I don't need to know anything. I don't want to know anything about Kamala Harris. And he hangs up. I was like, oh, God. Another woman I called I said, are you just checking in to see, are you voting? And she goes, oh, no, I don't vote. And hung up. I was like, oh.
You're engaging with the real world.
Outside my bubble.
Exactly.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would have hung up on you too because I don't want to be bothered with
Yeah.
people calling
Well,
me.
that's the other thing. I can't
I don't-
imagine
yeah.
these
I
wouldn't have
people are
answered the
answering the
phone.
phone, and I'm like, hey, and I'm like, for me, that takes like 2 seconds before I hang up.
Or if you don't know who's calling, you don't
Right.
even answer.
Right.
You probably got a lot of
One
that.
old lady answered, and she was nice, and she was a Democrat, and I helped her. She was having trouble figuring out how to.
Oh.
She's like, I have to watch my daughter's baby, and I can't. And I was like explaining how she could get a
Ballot.
thing. Yeah, that's gonna be me someday. I will start answering the phone because I will be old and lonely.
Yeah.
As opposed to
Oh, no,
young
I
and
helped two
lonely like I
friends
am
vote
now.
this weekend.
I'll be like, hi, don't hang up. What do you want to talk about?
I helped 2 friends get their vote, and one
gonna-
friend
you're
didn't
gonna-
have 1 page of her ballot, so she has to get a whole new ballot.
You're going to get all of your life savings taken away from you just because you want to talk to somebody.
Yeah, sure it doesn't look like zirconium. How many could I buy at one time?
She's going to be down here answering that
Yes.
phone for no apparent reason.
I'll still be cardboard cutouts for you two, and I'll still be pretending I have a radio
Right.
show.
Answering anybody who just
Karen.
happens upon that number.
Karen in Chicago, are you there?
Hello?
Kevin in DC. Sue,
Meanwhile,
Sue, where are you,
Everybody's
Sue?
passed on except for you.
You know who is way better at this than me? Almost anyone in elected office on the Democratic side. But did you see Mark Kelly? That's how you talk to, to Trumpers, I guess. I don't have the patience. You remember, Chris, I used to talk to right-wingers.
Yeah, you did, kind of.
Too brittle now.
Yeah, Billy in Texas calls in every once in a while.
Hey, Billy.
I'm sorry. If you are for Trump now, I'm sorry. You are just as selfish and racist and despicable a traitor as he is. Mm-hmm. With all of the knowledge you have now, I'm sorry. You're telling me you have no morals, no decency, no principles. I just can't. I probably shouldn't phone bank. You know what? I'll do more postcards.
Okay.
And I'll just do this.
All right.
And raise money and stuff.
Okay.
But Mark Kelly, so this Trump veteran comes running at him to the extent that a security guy had to hold him back. He's like, I'm a veteran, you're a veteran. Trump loves the military. And Mark Kelly, man, just went boom, 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 like respectfully. Yep. But yeah, Bill Madden said Mark Kelly knows exactly who the loathsome piece of is. If you're a veteran and who's still supporting Trump, it's time to wake the up and recognize you're being conned by a grifting psychopath. But man, he just went down all of the reasons. And by the end, you could see the guy's face. He was like, oh, okay, thank you. I mean, so I get it that we just need to have, real human conversations. I'm not the one for that. Okay.
No, you're not.
This is why Kamala Harris should be president.
And not you.
Right.
My friend Chris posted something that I found interesting.
Yes.
It's admittedly been years since I've golfed, but I don't remember the part where there were communal showers.
Exactly.
I know.
There aren't.
There aren't in golf.
It's
you
so
don't,
weird.
You don't shower after golf.
No, there's no need.
Right.
It's so weird.
It's
I
not
can't
that
even.
sweaty a sport.
So he had to have made this up.
It is depressing. Like some of the maggots are like, oh, he's entertaining. That's why I'm like, we are literally in the idiocracy. You're voting for President Camacho. Like, what? You really? You want to be entertained?
No.
And how, I guess it's entertaining watching someone dement in real time.
I don't think that's entertaining.
A spiral
It's
of
sad.
barking madness.
Right.
But
I want to elect someone and then leave them there to do their job without having to worry about them every single day.
please bore us again.
Yes.
Oh, God, we want to be bored again. This is just,
We need
Can
more
I-
bear stories.
Oh, you know what? I have a bicycling story.
Okay. Oh, you went to...
I rode 40 miles, yes, up Mandeville Canyon. By the
did you
way,
say hi to my aunt?
Yes, I did. I stopped for a Long Island iced tea.
Uh-huh.
At Bobby Kennedy Jr.'s house?
Oh, he lives up there.
He does. You rode by his house. Mark my words, you did. You did.
Did I?
Yes.
Like, Cheryl, get out now! Curb your enthusiasm!
Oh, she was being all lovey-dovey with him.
I saw it.
Okay.
Blah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what was I saying? Oh,
Bicycling.
Oh, thank you to the stickler that went, you couldn't have done 40 miles. Mandeville Canyon's not that long. I didn't start in Mandeville Canyon. We started somewhere else and then went on Mandeville Canyon. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Why do you pay attention to people?
Mandeville Canyon's is a dangerous place to bicycle.
Stop paying attention to people.
Here's why I wish America, or I hope, on November 5th, we will be the America that is like the cycling community. So I was waiting at a park for the rest of my crew, and maybe 30 cyclists went by. Every single one of them said, are you okay? Can I help you? Because that's what the cycling they want to know. Do you have a flat? Do you have another mechanical? Do you need help? Are you bonking? Do you need an energy bar or something?
Are you bonking?
Bonking
What does that
means
mean?
You're like, you've hit a wall and you need nutrition or, like an
It also
energy
means
gel.
something else.
Yeah, it does.
In the bicycling community, Chris, you run out of
Okay.
energy.
All right.
Okay.
Just never
You
heard
said
And
of that.
also, when you fall behind, I've told the story before with the Peloton. You get it, someone gives you a hand in your back and helps you back into the Peloton. It's speaking of McDonald's. Remember that line Kamala said, like, ever since I started there, I always said, how can I help you? Or someone told that story. I think the DNC, that's what she's been doing all her life. She said, when she was a prosecutor, she never asked, are you Democrat or Republican? She said, are you okay? And it struck me. I thought, oh my God, and I just happened to be waiting. But every single person that went by said, are you okay? Do you need help? And I thought, can you imagine if America, be more like cyclists on November
Bonk
5th,
more.
please. Yes, bonking and schlonging for everyone.
Oh, hi. This message comes from our sponsor, Freedom From Religion Foundation. Freedom From Religion. Did you know that almost 1/3 of Americans have no religion? At least 34% of Gen Z are religiously unaffiliated. I'm in the largest religious group, not ex-Catholics. 2024, not just another election. You know that already. 2024 is a critical movement. Decisions made by elected officials will impact policies concerning health, privacy, and personal freedoms. Free Speech TV and the Freedom From Religion Foundation share a commitment to defending freedom of expression and the importance of critical thinking. That's why we're grateful for support from the Freedom From Religion Foundation, who works to empower people with the knowledge and tools to engage in civic life and protect their rights. Free Speech TV and the Freedom From Religion Foundation share a commitment to defending freedom of expression and the importance of critical thinking. We're grateful for the support from the Freedom From Religion Foundation that works to empower people with the knowledge and tools to engage in civic life. Protect your rights. Only you can do it. For more information on the work of the Freedom From Religion Foundation and their efforts to safeguard the separation of church and state, visit ffrf.org/Miller. That is ffrf.org/Miller. Your vote is your power. Don't sit this one out.